Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back from the Night Radiance to the channel. And today we have another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. And today we are working on a Plymouth Roadrunner. I think it is a Roadrunner. But we have this beautiful car right over here. Well, it's not beautiful, but we're gonna make it beautiful. But we also have to sell this one because the money is getting a bit low. But let's see what we can do with this one. So we're gonna do this one with the standard engine that is currently in it. So we're gonna do a V8 2 carburetors overhead cam or overhead valve, I should say, supercharged. So let's see what we can do with this one. So first, let's get it in the workshop.
One season later.
So after a beautiful clean and car detail interior, we have ourselves a beautiful Plymouth Roadrunner on our hands. So the color is a very nice light blue, a sky blue type thingy, very nice. So what is the plan? We're gonna definitely get this one out of here because yeah, it's basically trashed, and we definitely gonna put a upgraded engine in here, and we also gonna upgrade all the parts that we can to max amount performance, and we're gonna make this one more expensive than we are able to do with the normal parts. So first, let's strip this one down to its full bare shell, and then we're gonna rebuild the engine, and then we're gonna restore the whole car back to its former glory. So let's give it a shot. The Plymouth Superbird is a highly modified, short-lived version of the Plymouth Roadrunner with applied graphic images as well as a distinctive horn sound, both referencing the popular Looney Tunes cartoon character Roadrunner. It was the factory's follow-up stock car racing design for the 1970 season to the Dodge Charger Daytona of 1969, and incorporated many engineering changes and modifications, both minor and major. The car's primary rival were the Ford Torino Talaga and the Mercury Cyclone, a direct response to the Mopar Aero car. It has also been speculated that the motivation factor in the production of the car was to lure Richard Petty back to Plymouth. Both of the Mopar Aero cars famously features a aerodynamic nose cone, a highly mounted rear wing, and a unique to the Superbird a horn mimicking the Roadrunner signature beep beep sound. Superbirds equipped with the top of the line 426 cubic inch or a 7-liter HEMI engine paired with the 4-barrel Carter AFB carburetors, producing 425 horsepower, and could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5.5 seconds. And there we have it, the fully stripped Plymouth Roadrunner. Now let's get the welder over here because we want to get this one to its fully potential with the restoration. Now 1500 bucks for a weld job, that's not expensive for this one. Let's see. Okay, now let's put you back, very nice. And now let's go over towards the engine because we have to build this one. So we're going with the supercharged engine, so we definitely need some upgraded parts for this one. So I will buy some parts and I will repair also some parts, and then we will gonna start with the engine build. So let's give it a shot to get this one perfectly. Chrysler's memo of September of 1969 shows that the sales programming staff were preparing to handle 1,920 winged Plymouth for 1970, but published figures say as many as 2,783 were built. Generally expected 1,935 Superbirds built and shipped to the United States dealers, with some 34 to 47 allegedly shipped to Canada. The engine option is also questioned, although the most frequent seen number report is 135 HEMI Superbirds and 716 440 cubic inch 6-barrel editions, with the remainder powered by the 444 barrel engines. It is believed that over 1,000 Plymouth Superbirds only exist today. And there we have it, the powerhouse of the Plymouth Roadrunner. Damn, what an engine. Very big with that blower on top. Very nice. Now let's get this one off the stand and get it over towards the car. Whoa, this is heavy. Almost there, come on. Yes, no, not again, no. Oh, no, come on. Ooh, yes, so close. No, little bit to the left, yes. Okay, and got it. The engine is in. Let's go. Whoa, that's huge. Wow. Okay, now let's move over towards the rest of the car and let's continue with restoring this beautiful car right over here. And yeah, let's see what we can make out of it. In autumn of 1968, Richard Petty left the Plymouth NASCAR racing team for Ford's. Charlie Gray, director of the Ford stock car program, felt that hiring Petty would send the message that money rules none. However, the Superbird was designed specifically to lure Petty back to Plymouth for the 1970 season. Petty did reasonably well against strong Ford's opinions on the NASCAR track that year, winning 8 races and placing well in many more. NASCAR's rules implemented that the 1971 season limited the aero cars to an engine displacement of no greater than 305 cubic inch or a 5-liter block, or they had to carry much more weight compared to their competitors. While they were still legal to race, the power to weight consequences that would come with these smaller engines or the increased weight rendered the cars uncompetitive. This was the start of a trend of rules slowing down NASCAR, because the races were exceeding the technology of tire and safety over 200 miles an hour or 320 kilometers an hour. Ford, in response, also designed the 1970 Torino King Cobra with an aerodynamic Superbird style nose, but it was abandoned. And there we have it, the fully restored Plymouth Roadrunner. Wow, what a car. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the big wing on the back. Beautiful car. So let's get over towards the paint shop and then let's see what we can do with this beautiful car in the paint booth. Let's see.
5 minutes later.
So here we are in the paint booth. So now let's see what can we do with this beautiful car right over here. So we do have a factory color. That's a very nice color with that blue. But do we have liveries? Yes, we do. And we have the black striping. We have the gray striping. We probably have a white. Oh no, we just have the racing. Okay, nice. Love the numbers. Okay, we do have with black outlining. Beautiful. And we do have number 5 with the Tempest on only the rear. Okay. And we do have 6 in black. Okay, awesome. And we do have 7 in a white striping. And we have none. Well, I actually like the racing numbers. Where are you? There you go, with the white racing numbers. It reminds me of the movie, the Cars movie with the King, the racing car, and the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I think I'm gonna with this, and yeah, I think we made an icon. Although in the movie he doesn't have the supercharged blower sticking out of the hood, but it doesn't really matter. So now let's go over towards the beautiful dyno, because I want to know how much power this one can actually make and go for a little test drive afterwards.
The next day.
So we have arrived at the dyno. Now let's see how much power this one can actually make, because we currently make a standard power of 498 horsepower at 4,285 RPM, and we currently make 936 newton-meters of torque factory power at 2,825 RPM, and this is gonna be huge, I think, because we already started with 900 newton-meters of torque. Oh my god, wow, what a number. So we currently make 964 horsepower at 4,305 RPM. That's an increase of 467 horsepower, which is a 94% increase of the factory power. And we currently also make 1,792 newton-meters of torque at 2,835 RPM. That's an increase of 856 newton-meters of torque at a factory increase of 92%. Oh wow, what a car. What a car. So yeah, let's see it outside for now and then go for a little test drive. Now that is a engine meant for this car. Oh my god, that sounds aggressive. So let's go over towards the test drive because I want to see how fast this one goes, and let's see if we can keep it in a straight line because it's a rear-wheel drive car, so fingers crossed.
One season later.
So we have arrived at the test track or the speed track, and yeah, beautiful car. Now let's see, I really like the gauge down there, very beautiful. Okay, camera. Okay, and now let's go. Oh, yep, it's a store key. Okay, it's going very nice in a straight line. Actually holding pretty well. Okay. Whoa, this thing is fast. Come on, push. Damn, 340. Yes, 340. Damn. Almost 350 kilometers an hour in this thing, and it actually handles pretty good, or well, the straight lines are pretty good. So how does it handle? Yeah, okay, if you put too much pressure on the throttle, this of course it will go, because yeah, you have basically 1800 newton meters of torque underneath your ass, but it is very steady actually. Okay, easy to control. Yes, of course. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm pressing the handbrake. Don't worry. But yeah, this thing handles pretty well. So I guess we can call it a very good car for this test. So let's go over towards the garage and see the end results. So here we are at the garage for the final results after a very nice test drive. So now, what do we have? We do have a very nice car, and the car is fully 100%. That is very good to see. That does mean we don't miss any parts, or we made an engine that currently makes 964 horsepower and 1792 newton meters of torque. Yeah, I gotta say that is a pretty heavy engine, or a nice engine with a lot of power. So these are all the parts, and we do have them all 100%. And we take one last look before we're gonna see the price that we can get, because I do have to sell this one because I am running a bit low on the money. I'm a bit sad, but it has to go. The king has to go, you know. The king has to go. And what are the numbers, Nitrates? Well, here it is. That's a decent amount of money. I'm very pleased with this. So we currently can sell the car for a maximum value of 121,588 credits with a non-star car. And what I mean by that is the parts are basically stock and not upgraded extra for extra performance or extra value. So we currently can make a profit of 84,667 credits. That's a very nice profit, and we definitely have our money back. So we basically spent around 30 grand, 45 grand, 35 grand I should say, not 40, 35 grand to restore this car, including all the parts, upgraded parts, superchargers and that kind of stuff, because the engine build was quite expensive. I think around 10k at least to buy all the parts, but it is worth it because we made a beautiful car. So nonetheless, we are going to sell this car, and there we go, the car is sold. Unfortunately, it has to go. But now we have some money to spend on the next project, and I don't know what the next project is. So anyway, I hope you all like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. And if you haven't already, make sure to turn on those notifications as well. And if you have anything to say, tips, tricks, or just something you want to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. That would be much appreciated. And I will wish you a very nice day. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.